baby
the car no aban no
yesi okwan tware asuo ena asuo tware okwan panyin ni hwan a yebo okwan betu asuo ozuoma adakabri frimpong manso wagina konya babiewu
ya mama home na ya mama tenase ye free need 100.9 FM so ene se ye ba manaso yi na ne ye wukuada eye obubu obusumi na ye womi ni da etoso aduonu emiensa afi empinu aduonu emienu mame se abodonko apamu ama ye tenase a mema ntidwumadie ene ye de bremu mema ntidwumadie de bremu kunluga na dawroma a wode araba bazen ema de no wode honcho capsules mema prostate disorder no wode Mr. Kill aye o stress ene sabieku o lie by do hunsem ansa ena wode aye king tablet eno so no stabilize na regulate o blood pressure ansa ena ni nyina mu no mi amidi dwumade ho chia me yefra me ADAKABRI Mamudu osioma na aye senior co-characters aye amansa chia me staff sergeant kwabna mafo matena hweso ohwe no ma bidi aba na maestro no eye majori osai agyeman ono so no ebochidom na production de ni nyina esipanyini kwadwo dame ado ne na so enne wodi mirika eba woni akwa bi kokwan mu na sa e wo ni abotresa wo teso wa agasa host no so nyame nkame producer ho ni nyina mu no yamfa seda emfama Pentecost nyame se Pentecost fa wahwe anopawiemu se the evangelist ye dina samwa wode abreyin na fe yamfa seda so emfa ema eye akua afriye na akua afriye service mranti kwa emienu technical production so de abna frema bankro ya beba panyini asisiri wabata ho ne mrane ane mara michi mafa say mara michi mafa na fe no me ba na ya asafo so ebo ni chidom na fe yamfa sedama engineering group fo no achu agbo worker watia kwa na jare na buaje na ada sankroma ya saremna ne se sempro afe ya dia seda so ama facilities group omo na ama hanmu ami konso isu ni machines nyina bibia wode mu abia is in order na eseda ekoma eye facilities group big solo ena dada ena yaw Ubrana ono de girlfriend ye de frɛ no afe DJ Bosco Mapuna na Milson so yasanmra ne se tai ensam no enyina bia ekowie no betimi so ayeden atimi ahwe na wasane ye message on 050 600 0909 050 600 0909 interview no 130 pepepe and I just say the man on 130 pepepe and on why you ready as a man da babaso as a struggle between leadership of parliamentary MPP and executive branch of government. Is the president in charge and in control of affairs? Or say, struggle between leadership of parliamentary MPP and executive branch of government. Is the president in charge and in control of affairs? Say, and nay, Mrashobejafo, Womujina Honum, area majority caucus, Omu ya parliamentary MPP, Omu na party no, Omu Mrashobejafo so no, legislative arm no, Omu su otumi pa. The ne as woman in Aquafa, any executive branch, led by the MPP president, Nana Dodanko Guado, to a buy na atwitwe any moon semono. President is in charge, Admiral Salisa Hotel, National Council Pachau, Council of Elders Pachau, Function Executive C, National Executive Pachau, Government Pia Pachau, Navigrana MP for Nabutu. Na DNSC Palu school na aba another shift of emphasis na kufri himfa ni nyina ne ye bedwendwene ho NDC internal contest Ofosu Ampofu versus Asiedu Nketia the cost of their wars. I say NDC internal contest Ofosu Ampofu versus Asiedu Nketia the cost of their wars say NDC for see ekoto aba enne na kwasi aban Gloria Jose waba Kema Makuliba Kebo waba na si di nketi ya so obegina chairmanship a ofoso ampofu chese ntontom ketua we ye car no ene se wo kemu ma sei na ofoso ampofu no ofos ene asedi nketi ya woni contest yi no eno ne be man dis wo manim guase ene ena we conflict of interest ena say yet in some akese ni nyina so ebeba but before then na yankoi na yenye interview we say papa na no kaka na ye no ene say eye dentist jaba akutu kaka na dia ma no ntie ne ye ne be kasa Dr. Mwakoba me mu atin Doctor me mu ha rather na ho te sen jo na dodom kaka ne te sen
oh na nya kaka ya fele na makutu opre
kotu afiri oprako dia kotu afiri oprako ai afi na afi wuntimi ni apesie ena fufuo nko a okay ayas
na ba to na ka bena issue ma na ya ba dia na te bena
wanya issue no ozioma anti ozioma no just a great news great news
me kan se chance lucky person
ozioma anti good news ena mamudu good news ena ozioma great news itide just what me say ye ba de na sempa na ye de ba na voice bi wa ha na person bo voice no panyi ko da me boa me na me mo voice bi na me pa introduce sa interview ya ne Dr. Mwakoba eba be yi na ya se me hia papa in academic circles plagiarism ejina ho made yen
gada we ko fini won kan pe so wa ko po bi asem de wa tro de wa ka na o ti fa de mo o ka so won bo ya ho se yo na ka yo na tro o tro na bia ye quotation mark o kan so a o bo ni pa kwendi so o kan we be sa da bo ni pa ko le mo ti fa ka te dia nya fi de ti no aka pe ha ni fi na le ti na ko invest na so o ye sa dia na invest ni ba mi
is it me punish for engaging in plagiarism?
Oh, very severe punishment. The invest me for punishment. Then I go. As a matter of fact, I think I did not do the crime, so he had a problem like that.
At the University of Ghana?
Yes.
I'm here with who doing a certificate. Oh, my young voice, near Musa said, why was it necessary that at this time anybody raises that issue? We say, Yentie, dear woman.
Yo, I'm for the president Kai Tama vote first 2016 na munti George Bush ni speech na munti president so there na mo amuvanto ho na mo hwe say George Bush na kasa na say the president na kasa ye to aso no Bill Clinton asem no say dia friend plagiarism so oko university na so oko yes university pa kwa e papa ngwa e be yuati if you say cheza onye honest so wo fo obi asem utimi obi aboro obi asem ne mo mun fan utimi fan bebre sa na wonka se de ye wodia so what I say and I say o kan yes obi afo obi de but ye fan sa na won de wan kakra so obi asem na wakofa wakopi na woka anya asem papa munti hwe se de make no se ye no kra ma mu bu asem.
I ask you to be citizens.
I ask you to be citizens.
Citizens, not spectators.
Citizens, not spectators.
Citizens, not subjects.
Citizens, not subjects.
Responsible citizens, building communities of service and a nation of character.
Responsible citizens, building your communities and our nation.
Though our challenges are fearsome, so are our strengths.
Though our challenges are fearsome, so are our strengths.
Americans have ever been a restless, questing, hopeful people.
Ghanaians have ever been a restless, questing, hopeful people.
And we must bring to our task today the vision and will of those who came before us.
And we must bring to our task today the vision and will of those who came before.
Dr. Mwakoba,
Yes.
We ye Ghana mampanyini obetena konwa so a wo ne omanma kasa no eso akafena mu ne nsem a edadi eni. What are we to make of this?
Oh, I never papa. They say, yes, but then I show you. I want to speak to man. But person they will be out speak like no show me. I also can come film. I said they want to go and some be I said they want to yes, Anna, who can do the kaka. The offer quotation in here. Don't get what the video or something. Then you just wish you can and done and you want. And they need to continue. So who can say the one out can do? This is just because all can say on one leg. I won't do so. Travel no, I just say. I know some people almost to learn the papa, very clear.
In the minds of Ghanaians, dear number train at the ama mampanyini.
Oh, so I educated. Or be our coach too, or your lawyer. Also want to throw up. Not in the background one Katanka won't carry. And then I went just and I got a house. If I see you have, on which my trust is in my present, no matter of man, the officer or campus, no study, no assistance at the crack. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm going to come one another. Rock of fire, you know, no matter what we are talking. First action, you know, one women election. They are sure me. That's my own kind. The better, and your papa, I am one. Because President can't be a record.
Now, does it impact on the performance as yet, Anna?
Oh, me there, Mamma Hunicaka, Mamma Hunicaka, or your superficial. I don't know. Superficial. Because we are to our work. I don't know. Why? The Grenade, the same thing, the own Dano, Mother do or no, Dana was in. I don't know. It's a summer work on all kind cricket and view of home. And they are no trouble there. Said the leadership stand and said, yes, so he now come.
Sir, were you superficial until Ama yawo namamu no ontimi mwaye ana say ubaka say na oye relevant at the time all can say me na obi anim say wa plagiarizing.
Oh, I'm not very relevant. Okay, I say, George Bush, no, this is long ago. Okay, about 10 years ago, President Assembly, we are relevant. Now, I was all cast them a bit trauma for a team. A summer, a man for almost Jew, who cast one for a Kaza, who really was one out of one. Now, I got one year of the there is no substance. Maybe an external substance to be any because the end of them.
I just said, okay, qua.
And I will kind of be or kind of be.
Oh, it is not, I said, literary skills, and the marvel to say, what born in air camp, but not so much the substance of idea by your mind.
Different from America. I had nothing more aspirations by word for word. It was all show a month for no. I only want my dear. I have a Chinipa for customer. Then how or buy no. Never, sir. That was the opportunity. They can afford Casa face to face. Yes, in Panchania. But there's a way they tell one coffee.
Now, everybody, and who say President of the Republic or yes, superficial.
Oh, I don't know. I never know about my count. I never knew. I'm a new, but my count. Now, maybe who said Danway? Most of the time, when your chance of Kanye, so back can't some face to face. A man can't keep an man. Continue cancer. Get all kind. All kind too much. We're present, especially that one. A crisis is by the two normal students, the evaluation of say, or you can afford to start on the Sunday. Speaking of a pre-recording. Papa, that is the time I only in the customer can come.
It's say,
yeah, can you not screen some canoe? I say, your pen worker. Yes, I did, another day, a candy pacuma, your pen worker. And I don't think that the only thing has sanity. Well, I'm pieces of one Why? Why?
Yenche, Yenny Dr. Mwakumba, or ye former political science lecturer at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, a Department of History and Political Studies, and Yanino Etrikin and Como CC. MP4 se warm penny, Usi Chinchina, Sa na wupe. Yamra me the current spectacle of the body corporate new patriotic party. President and technically as leader, who describe as such, says our president, why the Benia as there's a way superficial. Chairman of the party, Mia Minia, Stephen in team. One also say, why are you so a few? As Anticasam, yes, one not say what walk around, who dear walker. Just a talata, a piano titino. Come the way with the bank. Not just in team, why say Bassa, who be named dear Brin so. And can the first vice so yeah, Mia Minia, Duncan Smith Booty. Booty so say Cassia bin why you say to tree, not just a Booty so carry, and on to an IS and none ye better. And Tinina, Quacojina, a brandy Kuma so, General Secretary no. President superficial chairman one first vice to why yes tack ready for no can say where didn't come. I can't get it now. It starts with a B and ends with the E, but I wouldn't be able to say it for now. Nese say na etia abeni here day.
Oh, I asked a moment. I asked some. I didn't show. I'm more do the yeah, Democrat. Yeah, I don't. Can you understand? Now, tell you, yeah, democracy, the democracy, yeah, democracy. And and then I'm telling you, who shall some the democracy. No compare former, no compare farmer. This time, you're a cracket one, you only open in one way. Okay, I say. But tell us for the man who had the way, the opening with my young. And then, yeah, you compare one of and catch it in the maybe I said, less simple. The one what time we are touching, that's just a one who do not be is also only if you can't die. That's the same. Yes, I'm brand of woman. After a control revenue, I asked one. The Pacho, we can't go for people. What's the number? Yes, sir. And yes, I can assure you, and the Quantiana is not going to work. This time, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Because you see, no, Oma Kofre and Pennyfo, a party, a year leadership, a year MP4, and Omunina Kushia Mu, Ewo Alisa Ho, and as I would was to form the free Mabano. Or Mamma MP4 na ye basa to say, dear, as Oma ye bonibi, obi a poor mucho, obi a poor mucho. I think Yayan say, budget in a crano, a decision of the cabinet, and Nunti, the cabinet, President Dano, Nessa Mumma Quine. No for yata be kinkan budget no or kwa and nam say decision of cabinet no before fro be abetimi about the toaso yet they are not being told say a DNT and a kenu for yata want now obi antimi kan kire MP we and MP for na ye basa tafekwa de yabre de mbeza mo ye bia monye. These are the views
as I knew a mamma ni ebu anya ebusiasa adentro ko aka kwa na woto ana president ko ye parliament prof Michael Quinn, parliamentarians, and the people from Montpellier, from before from that. And this is also the term Montpellier. Why complain crack? Anyway, for before bro, the honor and penny. For before bro, and pa, Dr. Abana, was losing, and the same speaker, NDC. That's when the government is out. And yeah, I didn't know one there. I'm part of 77. President, when you answer to or you answer empty for me. Maybe I have 4 branches now. We are the the Capana and Machumu Jofono, or Macaboma, almost 2 meter president. Almost 2 meter president. So I'm not a no money, a big Punipa or 2. A power of the press, if I will critically So, and I need to be ready. No, Parliament. Yeah, they are in the bata. Now, Parliament, the craft first, we can honor Grano. Honor now, who do budget. What the question says, saying a better for place on what one could discuss. Or no, this kind of appropriations. Just a way for we go. I don't know what this. I had any idea come up present. And on the Aqua Financial. It is the Ibasa. My national is no of a cat, the Opa. Let's just say, President, I will put it down. On one sooner, it's just a conflict of interest. The President could use the canon and a parliamentary can as well. That was how did you want? Then you say, yeah, but to what? Where's the watching you? And Parliament, I don't know about stuff. Sometimes, I mean, my question is, a dear put in the whole Parliament budget, you must say, yeah. President China was over at a drop budget. Budget in. At the end of one so much.
And it just MP for no so no. Omo aye basa say omo ntia ho ase say edien na yakoyentia yapa yacha. Then in the budget itself no, they are led to believe we say ubetu to VAT mu at the 2.5% asan ba beka ho. Enti just what's the hardship na ba beka. Enti omo standing down their views for now. At the same time almost in the course of party cohesion as I could defend an increase in saying taxation.
What do you defend it? That's the problem. Now, Mr. Parliament for more Yaman, no matter who begged. And yet, a patron, yes, I buy what you say. At the end of parliamentarians, all man can say, 11, I was true to know. I was rooted to move from Fontano, but let's Kakaka see a channel. 1 minute. So, when you're not naturally on the same year, now you're not one oh, dear. And a double. A buyer, a double. Then you are double mine. That didn't know who you said the idea in India. Nancy and Bush and Fordia. I'll go friend in Iowa. I'll go friend in home, Mama. And today, when you're down there, you know. Now, say, yes, sir, mom, so I'm on your mobile. Who you found about? And now I feel like they know better. Who won't get better? They said they are about when you want to say, oh, the Catholic Bishop Bose, Catholic Bishop say, I'm on pray, Mamma, a man of crime, woman could do iron on it. Because Robert Tones is here. Robert Tones. How much it is no? Robert Tones, woman, Robert Tones, back with Yawa. I'm telling you. House and so Robert Tones. And I want on my show. Why? Who wants to message your business in here? Baba, you know, what was over Tom? Again, why? Again, what's it? Wow. The position of government in the world. Government. MPs was to come. Almost tap your neck out of almost your own praying, and I can't have it. So, now, Banias are now man of fire. Don't see the forms is here. And it was a near for Mancasa, that is for this country.
You share the risk involved. Sir MP yeah, pay a chow, every minute be also net subtle threats as soon as yeah, pay a chow every minute net subtle threats as soon as now, Fena, I said, dear Mupesa be a fiddy money. Now you are risking, sir, what the budget you do you know what they are likely to do, Anna?
Oh, more of the things. The first thing is that the MPs no material. I also no science to be said. Now, no, there was the Sakaka. There is no science what now. That that was here or there. Yeah, can't. Or send the minister some more budget. Yes, be able. Yes, we will be there and just one more. Oh, actually, we didn't know what that's what more my dear. What you know, the kind of stuff. I was young can't say as I want to say to Debbie. I'm over. After convoy, can't private jet will be too quiet. Can't online. I've then I give him. The MPs know I am this. I'm paying for some. I have 4 pounds. One in penny for. I feel okay. What just to a big gas to a big gas. I can't understand it. At the end of the day, all more will be patch. Who patch on say MPs no money? Say almost say Omun Tai Abanachi na Omfa
fence budget nimra niema oforiata nkinkan budget in fact sa wo hwe communicate a wo mo de ba ye ya under the hand of the general secretary and also that of the majority chief whip anodompre wo do asonto form a yes was say chairman sabunso as standing up against the perceived president in charge nana ya watchere da kon gabi enunti oseche mensa bonsukura woni MPs na koye ba kon dodo ti yen sideline no nanka afenyo Michael nanka beba afenyo Michael no so chese MP fo ne mpenani mahwe enti etesade a yen hwehwe somewhat neutral person in the person of anodompre na sa political chicken riwe no ebeboa body corporate MPP no ana.
The Mwakra, and I can say, yeah, the brand here, they say they are the brand to and they did to assembly, the power choke. But I tell you something, for your majority leader, or your majority leader all the time. No crime is all yellow to my year, and the majority MPs no so year. Also, no crime at the end of the Bible. No more dear. The home prince of Monka, so can work and take you. Okay. And the Indian. I was so overcome now. We are majority leader. That's all your majority self a messenger. No, jump or jump. That's what your views are. I said, what is the home? I don't know. Can and conform beyond the patrol. Mr. Your government and your work party. Your family, you know, boom. You have some party, no government. And you have government, and put to some extent, other party. But you have party, no government. The general secretary, the Paucho, a dear pan on him, economics small pan on him, and the history of the parliament pan on him, and our back and some say, oh, your mom will get the money. Only necessary one way job. Only my daddy and I job. That is it. Why? You're two of my mom, and just one when you're a job. But you're then as a job winner. We don't do that. You interfere in government. The party is interfering in government. So MPs need more than a party machinery. And to almost allow to do their job. And you were Pachano one the same thing the party is 15. Where your higher party, higher president. Okay, Munkama. That's the party for no year Adaman said. Almost bring. Almost party. Almost for your 6 years. And yet 2 hours of the kicker 7. And then one more. Now, when the mountain who are coaching so almost Yapamucho, Munim, who can say the Munim crack before. Yeah, here they are bye. Here they are bye. Then you have what you are near that from say, thief, young choir, young coach, and it's now.
If we are to accept, Sir Kenneth Nanaya Kuntun Kunku Furiata, or resign from the board of a data bank on health grounds, dear. Do we begin to ask ourselves, how can he resign on health grounds and yet be given the whole nation's purse to manage?
Financial is 10 times difficult a change or board of data bank. It doesn't make any sense. That is an excuse. Look what the name economics. I mean, you are the Ghana is now financial. Only the only answer. First, now me pen Minister of Loans and Collateral. Yes, sir. Because all you answer Kobobusian, but yes, sir. Because anytime you answer Kobobusian, no, the company no one yes, and it's you. Conflict of interest. Anytime you have Kobobusian piano, and the company in the bank.
And that issue was shut down. Our parliamentary committee and has now been resurrected at the offices of Shraj, for which we are led to believe, Sir Shraj may just about take statement from Henufuriata and then pass it on to Anas Aremeyao Anas for his comments before Sir Shraj ebetimi determination at the Abba. But whilst we do that, it is only once again the President of the Republic, Enebetimi Akasa Henufuriata, on step aside whilst Shraj looks at it, as John Kufuor did with Dr. Anani.
Now, I didn't put that on it. I mean, no, cousin. Now, it's time to go Bobosia. Do a yes, no, I say, Kubita. The evidence is that he can't tell you piano. Transactional transaction advisors anymore. Say that's the evidence you need. That's all. The Piaka several times. How many times you can? One for records number. We have government record. Bank of Ghana account. One from the other way. Now you're going to tell me. This is true. I want paper too. When Pianica, if you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's
Okay.
enough.
Just before you go, Dr. Mwakumba, NDC and so and Omoko reorganization Omatutua na since General Mosquito, General Secretary of the party, announced an intention to allow his name to be put forward as a chairman aspirant, you know. Ayen Tokwa in the NDC says supposedly he's been engaged in conflict of interest, and then he also comes out, and the party also comes out to say vice chairman ni control BBSA any honum. So would you in any way accept the pundit's suggestion? Say the contest between, for example, of any Asiedin Katia, Kun and F could bring about the woes of NDC Anna.
Oh, there's no positive in it. Because NDC Ukraine, people Ukraine more they do it. And we're Ukraine and the map 20 years. Yeah, so people want to come and go. But I know I better find one face and go for me almost all million. Who can't get it what you say? Who can't blame what you say? Parliamentary process what you say? It's just only central court to the party. That means something. So I'm with the chance there. And you know, come across the Mr. One year is that. On pay say don't get yourself there. Your job. What do you tell my one more check after that? You know, yeah. So, but they say there are some great.
So could it be something that you would say, sir, John Mahama, de facto leader of the NDC, you know, did it by not being able, say, Ubetime a broker a somewhat truce between a Asiedin Ketia and a Ufuswamp of Wana?
Oh, I know there are maybe also a candidate, but de facto leader. And to another also or community Asiedin Ketia can sentence. It's a one or crowd. I said, yeah, all these years, I said, only in the bomb focus is Asiedin Ketia. In a way, not just on more powerful than the national chairman. So, I said, only go free. Why now go again? Fine. I mean, these are too late to broker some people, but it will help them tremendously. Some of them are about that side. Now, she never back. Maybe I say, think that they're winning. Chairman. Now, chairman also on the popular. I just say, once I'm not going to say, generals, you know, I'm going to come back to do or die. And never, but I'm going to now, you know, be able to. You call for you. And never.
You. The doc, but was na Ukwe Naja, blasters a chan on Bashasi. Into the charge is led by Bawudino. Just your vice president, my vice president, our vice president, engage in JJ Ukucha dribblings. I just say, Kecha, we're hearing your Ketchakitwa. Now, Ubet me a share, a year sang, Ubet me a share, reading glasses. At the above football.
For black stars. The men can say, "Bon, pay a moment. Bon, pay, bon, bon, you would know a bon pay." Well, we are now. No, Susanna, make a take out of enjoy yourself. Oh, sure, now we're going to change now. Rasta and Yadia change now. And they were disappointed very you. I wish them good luck.
At the Union Irish, Tinano, a deputy, former deputy minister, we say, who use words say reorganize the MPP. Now he would want to engage you on that reorganization and see a practical action plan being and a bit me about towards reorganization of the New Patriotic Party. And would you be engaged? Would you like to engage that person and I?
Oh, because I didn't have an especially the MP funds is a matter it would have been possible, say, this master court, the way idea. But you say the other day, the results of back, say, I want to a bubble and a woman, and no one know. That's just saying it's actually pretty much possible.
Right. You, Dr. Mwakuma, yeah, was a pa. Right. Yeah, Dr. Mwakuma, formerly of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and Odia Bay. Na Juliana Belendo-Bri and Wakonsi party interest first. Ghanaians are not angry enough. And was wake up. My dear Nina Sandra Banafo, ADAKABRI, what's your problem? It looks as if anytime there is an issue in the MPP, then you intentionally call Dr. Mwakuma, then he talks down on the party and the president. If you are doing the bidding of the NDC, no one cares who. The MPP has its MPs and they've agreed that they will support the finance minister. What's your problem? Your party NDC secretary has been accused of conflict of interest and commission of 20% cut. And you talk about, and you can't talk about it. You can't deceive us to follow your agenda, okay? And then Sandra Nana Santos was saying, we were here when NDC party with its members not to accept the e-levy passage, even though we reduce it to 1%. Leave the MPP to deal with its internal issues. Go and quench the fire in your NDC party. We are tired of your agenda. We all agree the system is hard, but everything is in control. Manoba Stephen, Osiwa ADAKABRI, please, with all due respect, our President Nana Akufo-Addo should listen to us as party members and Ghanaians at large. And Manoba Stephen at Pantan Village. And then Juliana Belendo-Bri, once again, 2024, vote them out. Lamte Rashid Osei Amwakon is mad. He's completely out of touch. Azeman from Azeman Ventures, opposite Chrono Market. I don't understand why Ken Oforiatta is still in office. What is the motive behind? Ena Odebaye, Joseph Echang, Amwakuba. So what are you jealous of finance minister? At least he's not down, stealing down, or say at least he's not stealing, pulling me down syndrome. Ghanaian, stop it. You are a very bitter person. Joseph Echang, of course, Davids of Holland uses glasses to play football. Kwame Sapon, Amwakuba and ADAKABRI, they love to speak ill of the MPP. And surely they won't succeed. Raised on the line, another senior lecturer from the Department of History and Political Science, in this instance, Dr. Amache Boateng. Doc Yamwaha. Doc, what's study your what is saying? Struggle between parliamentary MPP and the executive branch of government. Political pundits are suggesting a pally school. What do you make of it?
ADAKABRI and some no adults. Ushe and some of course. MPP members of parliament. Omudi can say no much number around 80 or so. A chain about say Omuna can. A Coba say Omapanino Michel Omuji so on the drink so. A chain as I say Omu can be the answer. Now come back to their former position. And it can be a very simple issue. One position, and then our penny position are in conflict. The a palace school would come because I'm not making myself of the fear. And I'm the one more to me. I'm myself of the fear. And then they're taking an action. Although they are getting the president to act, they are taking an action. They are saying, sir, from a penny and to Sana Monoa, they would not work with the finance minister. I don't know, in a way, Obi the palace could to her, Udika.
Actually, sir, who must have instigated Sir Palace School? No.
We na indicate baby. Me kiri say one more estebu one more na ho. Na no you dey come up o platform. Na me can say and some other person drag the party along such that no person in the party so appear even as a presidential candidate can afford to say or you're credible. And I like to believe that anybody of party no so adjust and especially so one more breaker will be our calling special response to someone and if who act now ADAKABRI politicians are afraid of just one thing, the next election. The fact, they have been pushed. And you're sure, sir, any particular one person is instigating anything. No. All of them have been pushed. Everybody is saving his neck.
Now, any a say in one breath, present, any majority caucus, any MPC, ACI, na ese womu nyina no recline yes ejitu mu the president no osre womu say obeye. Then they come back to their original position on the basis of finance minister no ne comments bia osan ba bontin obeye as if everything is as usual. Enti ape majority leader and so aligning the whole seriously. Then we see the just a provocation if free, but majority leader spoke strongly against the perceived prime minister Nanaya Isari Wachre Dako. And then we see the next day Omuko Jinejina Honum in the office of the majority leader. Yet majority leader is saying say Jemijina Enamijina. Ape na party leadership as wako na wamune majority so akwatena and ajudu mienu na fe ne sorry seemingly as you resolve with this issue. Ape na samba tafe the national council for eso so ye nyina nkonko hia wa Lisa Hotel na yakọ ape ya ma de nyina ko di say ye pempifo echo na as a president no wafọ bibisa nti eba say okay de mo pese mo ye bia monye ye ken so na threat kakra so enamase na ye hunahuna nkrofo so ewa ase afi de mo be bia na ye bebe issue communicate afi de ye nyusu o say mensa bonso ya ma afenyo so ama afi de ye nkofa somewhat a neutral gentleman ensoma do adoagiri anodompre na ye de no eba ye bebe ye se sie no who benefit from the Palace School.
I think it's not just a issue of benefit. Saving one soul. And saving one soul. And looking at question and no research. O man is a seminar or how ever and that's all air system. O my mouth is so air and for them and the members of parliament. And things have already gotten out of hand. It is late for the president. It is late for every other person who want to take any action to them. The MPP MPs to come back and work with the party and work with the president. Now, seriously speaking, in support of the position of the president now stand in danger of losing their current position. Especially the position that of a member of parliament here. The executive is gone. The executive is only hanging. The executive is only hanging.
So the executive branch led by the President of the Republic, you are suggesting, is hanging.
It is only hanging. It's only waiting for the term of office to run out and then they go. They know. All real authority will come. And nothing now. They see the majority leader. I can't say. Majority leader, local government crime, anything. And maybe I can clear that simply because it's not fair. If you are executive, it's hanging. Apparently, any authority be active. But your authority be active. You can't order anybody about. Don't mind them. Don't mind them. They won't listen to them.
Logically, no, we would have thought to say the president becomes lame in the twilight of the tenure. Ntinkebia the 8th year, and now say the 4th year of the second tenure. No, not just lame. And would you say being lame is different from hanging in and
There are two different things altogether. When this lame thing happens and then people refer to it as such. Yeah, now a time of preparation for the next government. And if you know, that is not informally. President Kasa and it can also impress it and never continue. But there's a situation now. The MPP members of parliament came public formally in a way challenging the position of the president. We have had another situation. Upon an investigation, Emma, maybe the man was sacked by Dr. Bembia. Does not another that sacked the man. Another's hands were tied. But about statement that the man ought to be summarily dismissed in a way with a directive to the office of the president at some other time. Who is the expression? Because Kobe different and involved, knowing very well that the pomp is needful. Kobe can have every one keke.
Who can say vice president in recommend forcefully see you be a is here would was on top for more ye no hopes in your via doye big enough videos like I say your co general primary sir vice president made me a bit third vice president third Udru a national security ano summarily dismissed just ye hopes na doye just unexplained except to suggest say who go now be vice president Didia. That was here vice president be third they was here you it is Jacobusa hopes and hopes a DNT national security you were dear only except to say as my can say vice be a third and ye me the threats of this nature no intimidation of this nature no to me Emma electoral advantage be ana
electoral disadvantage. In fact, Anamonu will not help whoever who did this go to Anamonu in a way support him or her. Rather, no, been working negatively for whoever now those people have in mind. It is not immune to anyone's benefit over there.
Me share or say chairman Sabunsu. So would it be anybody's interest? Say Uber attempt to say Uber sideline or say chairman Sabunsu.
Sideline sideline na occasionally, maybe when they have to come out like that, and somehow, or follow formal procedures, you can get someone else to do it. With time, I expect that all the members of parliament will be there and want to work on such examples.
The risk the party engages in, say, Yapa MP for HL, all stakeholders, apa wamucho. Now, at the end of it all, okay, yate, the most budget no kwana, a cabinet decision. It is a Kenufurata be read the budget ni wia, whoever, ebetimi ababe twaso, ubi a union yate. Are you so sure what they could do in on the floor of parliament if this appropriation bill no comes up?
Yes, no, come. Now, no, young family say, Papa, no, I bet, now, almost the almost 2 years. Danny and Fan. The Fanny and Fan, not quite what you said. Move, and I said, you know, obviously, that's how who deputation and I would demand because again, because of fire and I'll be decided in this year. And it becomes ambiguous, very uncertain, and transfer or more active with their content. You know, because of that's an interested or more happiness. It meets yourself. The journey of it meets yourself. It's very important. But that's just it. And I'm in idea. And it's very difficult to minister. And I'm more between parliament.
Me say Isaac Cranton on Facebook Live raises important points. What is he saying? I say, ADAKABRI, good afternoon. Please, the issues you are discussing are too sensitive to the ordinary man on the street. I advise you to put a stop to it, please. The president has been given a mandate by the good people of Ghana to rule. So if he has decided to go with the finance minister, who are you to force him to rescind his decision? Please, we beg you, we need peace, not a Rwanda-style journalism. Now, as I'm walking, does it not have a point? The president is a no penwa legislative branch, you know, and a parliamentary MPP, you know. What is it about? Say, Uber for Swaka Chinchina, Yempefu Kenufuriata, na Chinchina Yensasano.
Because it's too sensitive, and also maintenance. As for me, it gives me your money, and my money be given said, your share of my Ghana something on the new this one. The only change now, Upia, between a head card, okay. Something when you go to me, and now. Wapwa or minor. Ama the no be ever in Bomidi or Yokum, and Yama Kusuki Sama or Kanamotia. When about one or four. If he said, or my man actually perfect. Any of a penny, any Kutamu. The Kutamua, and now to come over the manager of the Amon. Opening Utu and a more year dog more or mine. That sensitivity now. And the colonel said, I thought that I'm more of my mining chain. And tracing in training also. And it's been a number of akonya fieka akonya no enya ni patia na ti ma ile ni na ti ma ile bra yo ye no mo tanya se ti am akonya no o mo kri ni se enya indo ni na ti bigiri se enya sa o no so eje na ti ye mo mbabi o ti na ni ne nya ti ye ni wa wo mo aye ti ko fa ba se bi aba I was saying the point there. For my no, I want to so. You need that so say. You just listen there. Or how I want my money. And you need to be a white person. You need to be everywhere. I don't go. Ama or how much I say I perform. In some way, I say ma or my you need that so.
Answer na bekrono Dr. Amache Boateng. Oshe Nana Ado Dankwa Ekufu Ado eye ne tenor ne performance before so bampo what he stood for na ene challenges are abey. Would you say external shocks and na the hashipa Ghanaians and for that matter no they are forced to more or less say on be poor one disappointment on Nanado and now we free say you no any leadership skill and any performance ana atimi ama sa challenge aba na ban mu ana
ADAKABRI say catch for number 4 on die ewo o man efika semu ebri wo manu bako for saboki na o so sana o mo titu said your friend say sema yan fa ni say it's not being a buy, and I got a four and a couple of fire on a buyer, and you're not so. You will buy and how my mind would have done a estimation. Young family said, the car I see was in Russia, and then got a penny and a car says something about. And she had to get her as soon as the other half, and estimation. Indeed, any kind of thing. A financial. How man. Then when you have the white Ghana and some people are big simple, Burkina Faso, like what you want, even Nigeria. I'm going near domestic production of food. Yet you say, my Ghana, fact that we are almost past the farm. And someone can say, okay, or my man, I try to get the farm. And yet, who are the you're definitely political correction. I will protect the public pay. I'm going to say, or your lawyer. You can say,
that is politically incorrect for you to suggest a man penny say or your lawyer or man penny a lawyer as a matter of fact.
Thank you. But I was there. And so I work with evidence. Yes, I am a lawyer, but I don't see a lawyer. But the evidence is on the car that is the car. Evidence about
being a lawyer no or abdicating ne responsibilities and of being a lawyer say or shareable evidence ana
and some are going to say what you need. And I can be not so big. Bako, so I can say, or say, Nepra, and me, I am called. Then I can get a said, we do so many I call. What I said, was said, you can't tell the issue. I said, take your ISR. Good thing, Cassia, would be able to stand a more of the answer, the Yamaji Embra. I found on my penny, what you are the more of it. A former people almost a video I used to for me. Everything about the almost and become a general thing. None of girls and photo documentary. A 4 people for publicity and everything. Yeah. I'm a penny very evidence. As I said, on my penny to me, and now the core African mamma, in our office, and so more as I said, you want television to a crime, and a crime, and so my wife, almost 80 and I was ready. On my also, I respond to the amount mentioned my power as the level of the I educated document. I'm a penny one here, or come on and I'll say, put me and I say, and I didn't, I said, no, I said, come on, I'll tell you, a point, a share, a man, a show, a man, and you
ti echina no a Ghana any Portugal World Cup omo ebeboy any a presentation of the estimates and estimates of revenue and expenditure. Now moving on, say ye be debate ni ya pass appropriation bill no. Ye nya ye no awia na je MPP ni mo adwo na.
And I can say, on my story MPP. The idea of Kumasi. And I'm full about to and she say, yeah, a word. All I ever do is majority leader of Kumasi. In case you also almost so long. And if you are no more, you need me circle. I said, I if you say, and also, someone can clear any and overnight. That's why you don't my team.
Finally, who can say the executive branch president is hanging in there or hanging in there, looking at solutions to the issue. Dear now, be person ube hunu a bit me ama ye atwe ye na seeming party and government cohesion yet me achieve.
I can seriousness also na penny edanati the near prepare so how no mama is to one more. And I'm all bit to and yet controlled by external elements. I say in a way protecting the public face, cutting down public expenditure. He can easily do it. And government will not come to a stop. He is not ready to do any of it. We are very, 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 very simple thing. He's not ready to do any of it. I'm just saying, yeah. In the first year, you could not watch it in the I see it. When you know, I am things that are in his control, things that are in his capacity to handle. He's not handling them. And that is how things are.
Could it be possible, sir, any new taxes imposed on citizens could more or less have some harsh reactions from citizens, Anna?
The definition of harsh reaction. Maybe na siya say my man has to become my man. My money na what's the point of your phone in account? The jet we said the economic of your money the trouble there's a son about. And the government said a better of my man I see on this before Obama MP was not appearing. I'm around with them and because of it said no person from the MPP can really say anything and be satisfied at the presidential level. No person. Because the whole party is also held to account. And I think I'm going to say the outcome I'm going to say and he said, now, appreciate the reality that I am my mom. And where I am, television. No, I don't know. You can't although they also spoke about the conflict of interest on the part of the finance minister. Yet they came out and took positions in a way and support to claim I want to make it understand. Finance minister involved himself in an issue, a border of conflict of interest. All these things strengthen the resolve of citizens to vote the party out of office. And they should put fear into the members of parliament of the MP. They should be afraid.
Dr. Mwakuma, Dr. Amachi Boateng, there was a papa, no comments as well in a way. Right. And Dr. Amachi Boateng, and on Facebook Live, Owahina Kwasia Champon Kwache, good afternoon. I'm Dominic Owahina of Public Man of Constituency, and I'm watching and listening to you live with the Planting for Food and Jobs program introduced by Honorable Dr. Uswefri Yakutu, the hard-working Agric Minister. Ghana placed second in the Food Security Index in Africa in 2019. Ghana is now the breadbasket of West Africa sub-region. In my regards to Dr. Uswefri Yakutu, is the best replacement for the MPP in the 2024 elections. And comments appeal to I say Dr. Baumia is our next hope. Let's support him for a better Ghana. Sikam Pedede. Kwame Sapon. Also, please allow ADAKABRI in apparent response to Isaac. Also, please allow ADAKABRI. He has a job to do. He wants to see the MPP in opposition. He did worse to Nanado in 2016, yet the good Lord put him to shame. Kwame Sapon continues. ADAKABRI, are you not tired of always inviting such personalities to your show? Hey, Nanakuya Boateng, Ablikuma Central. A very special greetings to Professor Opoku Amankwa. Nanajo, Akufo-Addo has wasted 6 years for nothing. So there's no hope in the remaining 2 years. They came to loot our country. Now, to the next interview. A medical officer. He's a physician and then based in the United States now. Now a weekend 3rd 4th December and I call Abrasibu Kwamankese district na nini apanyina wu na yakwa yi ho after Kwabena Kennedy MD yamwa
Major, do we see for you now? So,
Doc, now humpo eti say awie.
Nyanko for na daro ma mo e ba.
Na ahoboa say first week in December. Na unua panyini na yi aye kwa akoye eti say.
Ahoboa ahoboa no nyinaa ɔrekɔ bɔkɔɔ ebusuafo a wɔfie no wɔyɛ ahoboa no fɛfɛɛfɛ nti nyankopɔn yɛ adom a dapɛn a yɛbɛsi me ɔnkɔtɔ na mɛdu nti maba na ahoma a wɔba no nyinaa mababa ahoma akɔ aba na mebɔ mpae so dɛ ebi ɔreba biara nyankopɔn mfa no mmɔdu hɔ bɔkɔɔ na ɔnsa mfa no nkɔfie.
District in Mabu in Echremi, a chronomu power pot in Nibabia, you do main road no my befadi aba chronomu.
Oh, Asebu said, if you come out, it do hot and sunny do Yamansa Johnson. If we are crash a dime Yamansa Johnson towards Kumasi.
The main road, from Yamransa to Asimfusuno. Abra Asebu, Raman Kese, a chrono, ewo, Asebu no, ewo, main road no more.
No, maybe 10-15 miles. Then.
Right, you, Yadase. Now, Doc, oh dear, we MPP ni, na as a physician, you'll be very observant and also played a role in 2007 to 2008, the party's preparation towards an attempt to come to form a government after John Kufuor. Now, you had the opportunity to deal closely with the candidate then, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and then the family members who were also associated. And then, challenges, struggle between parliamentary MPP and the executive branch. Family members of the president cannot be taken out of it. At the time you dealt with the campaign communication in 2007, 2008, did you imagine there could be this sort of friction when Nanado became president, akin to Ninuanom and Nebusuafo antics yana?
Yes and no. So, in my book, Chasing the Elephant into the Bush, I got into trouble because I wrote a small paragraph on the TB mafia. Now, the time and I said, that family is very talented. A lot of very distinguished people, apart from Nana Dunankasa, people like Ken of Rata, Nana Bidietu, Gabi, and you can list them on and on next Edidaku. Excellent people in terms of talent. But Rebecca, I also said that there are problems that I foresaw. And actually, in private conversations with them, I was even more blunt. Obide Gabi the name. I got along very well with Gabi. And we talked a lot about the family. Ironically, even with Kanufurata, we talked a lot about the family. The thing that bothered me is that sometimes the family members are too inclined to cater to Nanado's inclination. Now, sometimes the Pubina Sama undoubtedly they love him very much. Sometimes you should prevent him from doing things that will not help him. Now, imagine that too often they help him do things he wanted to do, even if they were not good. And see, in a certain sense, we are seeing the fruition of that contradiction. And there, when you have so many of your family members in the government, the problem is that you lack objectivity to evaluate their work. Only said that they are not good. A lot of them are very competent people, and the same way that, for example, when Kufuor was president, Addo Kufuor deserved to be in the cabinet. But at some point, you need to weigh the perception. Maybe maybe I could fill a whole cabinet with them if I was a monarch. But if you are running a public administration, or then you're careful there, maybe beyond a certain point, and it does not go over well with the public there. There are too many of them. That's one. And the problem of it is that it is difficult to discipline or sack your own family members when the occasion arises. And some of that, I think, is what we are seeing now.
And have you noticed any change, noticeable change, when at the time you made your views clearer, both in public, in the book, and then in private, bluntly, as you said? And nay, what is panning out? How no noticeable change be?
Well, I think those days, of course, he wasn't in power, so we didn't know a lot of those things. And now we are seeing it in public. And of course, we had reason to be optimistic because Rebecca Onumpo in 2016 he talked about family and friends government in relation to President Mahama. And one would presume that he was aware of the dangers of quote unquote family and friends government.
But nay, it would not be described simply as family and friends. It's like family, family, family. To the extent, say, current struggle between parliamentary MPP and the executive branch of government all centers on a decision to be taken on a family member, Ken Ufuriata, the finance minister. What do you make of it?
Oh, what I make of it in the ADAKABRI, we are too interested in trivia. Kwesi Prempe was right that we major in minors and minor in majors. In other words, asemo hian, no hian. Because ADAKABRI, if you think about it, this thing about Honorable Kenufurata Sensor has exercised us even more than Galamsey or the death of the Techiman 9, which is stunning because a motion of censure has no legal effect. It is just Parliament expressing its disapproval of the conduct of somebody. And afterwards, the President is not even obligated to sack him. It is not an impeachment. And so why we are so exercised about it. But having said that, frankly, I am baffled. If you recall, Tony Blair, a friend then, David Cameron, he led the Brexit campaign. He was against Brexit, the Bakaya.
Aye.
When they finished the election and the British chose to go Brexit, the next day now, look, I know I'm Prime Minister. I have a 5-year mandate. But I staked my Prime Ministership on Britain not going Brexit. Since it's Britain for Kotwaba, now I want them to Oboko Brexit. On principle, I am not the Prime Minister who should lead them through Brexit. The same way, Kenufureta, and he's a very decent person. I like him. But if you say that we are proud Ghanaians, we will not go to the IMF, and we end up going to the IMF, it is not that you are not good. It is just that on principle, you are not the best person to lead us to the IMF. It has nothing to do with you as a person. And in politics, public sentiment is everything. I mean, Jimmy Carter probably was a far more gifted person than Reagan in terms of technical knowledge, but he lost the election. And see, I am baffled there. The we are wasting a lot of energy on something that is really trivial. If tomorrow the Parliament voted 275 to 0 to censure Ken Ufuriata, it will have no legal effect.
Enti ma yɛnhwɛ the political expediency said the image of the body corporate NPP. Adia said the work in trivia, borrowing some advice and words from H. Kwasi Prempeh. Yatiti hu se MPC womo aka ho asem ya. And all stakeholders are making them look like say womu trimoden. Yepamucho munyayo almost as nipa kwata mo pacho mano no ono so ne antics kura so a yehunu de ekokosie eno ntia na no kura yi yebufu enne bra behwe graphic anim ahead of 2023 economic policy tomorrow budgets to restore stability but likely to go up can overreact and the picture ball when a de say yeba be increase taxes MP for so a wo mo na ebetena sia me akoye presentation of estimates of revenue and expenditure. Now, consequently, Oma deliberate ama ya vote on appropriation bill. Wamo suna NDCC MPO, omukuta criminal undertones, MPPC MPO, omukuta political undertones. So, what no one kasa kenoforiata no, integrity wise no, what could he have done?
Oh, he should have left. I really feel sad that he's allowing himself to be dragged through this, and Nana is having to defend him. The businessmen are trying to implore the parliamentarians. You know, the parliamentarians, they have the option of what would they call impeachment, both of him and the president. So a motion of censure really is of no effect. I mean, U.S. presidents have been censured, and it didn't lead to anything, all of them. None of those things led to resignation. It has no legal effect. And frankly, in terms of the public relations aspect of it, I think that we are wasting too much time on it, and we should move on. If tomorrow they voted 275-0 to censure him, it doesn't matter. Having said that, in terms of political realities, both in the eyes of the IMF and in the eyes of budget stakeholders, a finance minister who the president himself says he will get rid of after IMF negotiations and after budget does not have moral authority. I mean, there is authority on paper and there is authority on the ground. From my knowledge of government, that if you are doing negotiations with the IMF, there are unwritten agreements. There are things understood in handshakes and winks and other things. The idea being that you know that this is going to be your partner as we go through the IMF program. If you know that the person you are negotiating with is not going to be Minister of Finance, it makes the agreement a little suspect. The same with budget. For example, if labor unions are agitating for salary increases, the minister can tell them to be a winner. As you say, things are bad, but they pass the budget area 6 months down the line. If you know that minister will not be there, how are you going to believe them? And so I actually think that in the public interest, it would be helpful if I were the finance minister. I would have left because the truth of the matter has been made by a number of people there. Can operator living tomorrow will not solve our financial problem. And not only that, he was not a one-man economic management team. He was a member of a team. And I remember Safuma for lauding the leadership of the vice president of that economic team. There are other members, the vice president as the leader, Safuma for himself, Alan, there are a lot of other people in that team. And of course, they reported to the president. And if we pretend that the failure of the economic management team to the extent that it exists is a failure of Kenobreka alone, it is unfair. But having said that, public sentiment matters. The main honor that Mr. Jumano Boto, no matter.
Enti obi ti say echina Thursday November 24 forenoon na finance minister kwa kinkai budget no na just after 4 p.m. na Ghana so ne Portugal engage very important events for tomorrow. Diana, we expect to say ubehunu.
I expect the finance minister to read the budget we politely received. We've seen 6 budgets already. He said we wouldn't go to IMF and we are going. It's not that much of an event. I'm looking forward to the Ghana-Portugal game and hoping that since we've seen a number of shocks already in this World Cup in terms of Argentina going down to Saudi Arabia, and it looks like Japan is on the verge of taking down Germany. So I hope tomorrow Ghana would also add to the list of surprises by taking down Portugal.
Yes, sir. You mixed reaction by noon from the budget reading, increased taxes. You expect to say the blasters could douse any mixed feeling. Yeah.
That is what matters. I mean, the budget is how much what the requirement we are going anyway. So what they say, I don't know what the impact is. But if we beat Portugal, we beat them. Let's put Ronaldo in his place.
Let's put Ronaldo in his place. And have you seen the beautiful pictures of Vice President of the Republic leading the charge on Ghanaians' motivation by wearing his spectacles and then engaging in JJ Okocha antics with the dribblings and the rolling of the balls and then the smiles and the athleticism?
I've seen a picture of that. That is good. Ubia Obem correct Black Stars Ubia good. It's a national event. It's regardless of party. Let us support them. I would say go Black Stars.
Go Black Star. That's very nice of you. After Kobina Kennedy, Yadwa City, Ahobuano so see a better to na where ye nasino hoping say aspirants in the MPP would not come and their supporters would be chanting and trying to outdo each other.
No, that will be unacceptable. We are there for a funeral. We don't want any partisan or factional politics.
You Doc Nyame Paumra. After Kobina Kennedy MD and Yanina Akasei in the studios, Nanajima Abrantia Kama, the Beard Gang, he's in the studios, and Akakofi, on also Kingsley, also NDC4, and they say Mukasa Monyanafu, chairman contest, no, and Naja mosquito bite kakrebi, mosquito no so. Omuya be mako be 300. It is mosquitoes different kinds na be 300 no. The okawa amount tontomo no. The okawa amount malaria no. Where you oba ono so on 2 before 10 p.m. It is after 10 p.m. And as our oba no wotu na waka so na dia yo. It is say didn't get here and wakwa over some of wa. Huns and seven na daja. Then also the struggle between parliamentary MPP and the executive branch. Baby, the Abakosi. Nanajima Memwatrase.
Age offer.
Nanajima represent the views of the NPP. Kingsley Akakofi also Memwatrase. Kingsley Akakofi represents the views of NDC. Mr. Omohwe Kingsley, Yinema Mikakra, ne microphone no Emma Mikakra. Na yemfase damfama Araba Bazen. A man of cramps no omode Araba Bazen and omodi deal with it. I just ubi anti womanka na prostate disorder and so yeah the honchon capsules and you deal with it and a basse stress and now dealing with libido correcting premature ejaculation and so a honchon capsule and a deal and as a basse or regulate now stabilize or blood pressure and also Ken tablet ninja no a Kunlugana and at the by Kunlugana udru a pharmacy bia udru a over the counter chemical shop bia ninja ubenya Kunlugana no mani bi on a Champion Junction a Mount Olivet Methodist Church ewo East Legon ANC actually one man ubenya no ewo ho frɛ ɛyɛ kunu Ghana on 024 413 9176 024 413 9176 and 020 413 9176 020 413 9176 and 027 413 9176 027 413 9176 na any entile right Kingsley yes I'm wakwa tenase biom Nanajima right Kingsley is it a matter of NDC from penning for me and foresee a challenges are a contest between Ofusampofo and your Sidun Ketia Edibeba and Ama Ayaka Satentine vice chairman for allegations of conflict of interest against a Sidun Ketia, for which other party executive are also coming out to say they are pure lies. De facto leader of the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, could he have done better by ensuring and Kasam Panifumino, the two Titanics, and Komumeshiana?
ADAKABRI we dey medawase na ewie me mfa we fidie so enchia Ghana for any omamo outside Ghana airshare and ATA Sambre, most especially NDC fraternity. I mean chia NDC Tama Central constituency executives ni members are ewo ho omuti Sambre. ADAKABRI the issue of yempeni for contest omokoi, to be honest with you, if there's anybody outside NDC thinks that would have done better, meaning yes, I join. Now, once about democracy, that's all by NDC more. Yet democracy na because embrace a chumukono.
From soldier background, no matter democracy na assisting.
ADAKABRI democracy crash started among one. Inti say a democracy dia na ye kan NDC asem. Now, let me hasten to add, so we share national contest na ye kona. Obibi ani ho own new contest, with the exception of our national communication officer. BI or contest. And do you know what that means? This is where pure democracy is actually practiced.
Until the spectacle of Brujaj finish Samijamfi, NDC, na ayane. That's a Cassidin Katiaba. That's just a happening.
Now, you see, elsewhere, there, meaning you say it is possible. People are coming to me, sorry, I can say, me, the right money, money call no post. To be able to be obedient. But in NDC, we go beyond that. If you call it, come forward. Share.
Brahase, Mammy.
Brahase,
yes. Right. Okay.
But that's it. That's why. Now, ADAKABRI America no. So we share NDC more. Ye ni we there a birthright. We there on one and see a deneko. Into by force, I am finding call no post. Then I be obi an contest and obi losing the seat. That is no NDC. In NDC, if you are card bearing member, you are in good standing, you have the requisite, the party will allow you to do what is defeated. At the end of the day, the race between chairman of Ofusampofo and the general mosquito, it is not out of contest. Now, OKBB, now I am a yakakra. Say, Uncle, who say Bianca, the former president, could have done better. To me, what else would the man do? What else can he do? To say that, yes, he's the former president or the former flag bearer into the new to me, ebe stop it back. So, we are now one for year and 2 years. At the end of the day, and you nipa back on a say, chairman of Ofusampofo, and I say, General Mosquito, I say, don't say honorable, ND anymore. The masses of the people within the NDC, and they decided come 17 December. And to me, there, from where I'm sitting and what I'm seeing, there's no chaotic issue within the NDC as far as this contest is concerned. At the end of the day, Obia Boa Pro, Obia Canin Sem, as some of Becca, Ebertoni Patrimono. At the end of the day, Ebeka to Abanama. Anka, imagine ADAKABRI, Nanka Ebia neck, and I fake, and I say, Nipa Bakubi, NDC, a fresh chairman of Ofusampofo. 20 years, we're the chairman for 4 years. In international before from FA. And I say, Honorable Sedun Ketia, we general secretary, you are the best when it comes to the Fourth Republic in terms of the secretarial position in home. What do you think would have come out? It would have been worse off. Ne papa muno, and then a year no. Ni panagin would say, baby, I may want me person me maintaining and answer me person me the other level. What is so wrong about this? Media ne papa mua, young vampire, anti NDC. Now, the NDC as a political party has demonstrated the deep understanding of democracy. This is where the rule of law no eye jumano. Obi any to move between akachi obi say what tenase and you do also and also where the be pay into tenase. This is democracy. This is pure leadership. ADAKABRI say ekoso wo man ni mu a. Betim Macau and dra wuti am nan so and dra what kan yie into ho adwen hyemisiri. Eso betwa. The general call, chairman of some for call. Next at the end of the day, no party mba. Eka say, do na ye wo NDC mu na de ya adwen mu no. E pese chairman of some for any ndi ye ni mu a. Ya bo say, hey, C for C, ni ye di nichi. At the end of the day, no say, afano so koka say, they be honorable Esedun Ketia is best. Ono na ye jitu say, undi party nenim proud to 2024 election na ni abo say di na general to say dia work na mosquito na keka omunia amomunia ya malaria into say dia general yanko ni ye di echi ekoba ne sa wo a wako contest na we hu say dudu na anje wa asem no antum no you are not hurt by the people because the majority of the people do not believe in your message. Che proud to 2020 elections that's me ye ken ebcc e we ye nuanu afa. The very reason a certain seat belonging to the MPP kwa omulusi no ebi no because ebi FLA say me and me go to me no me na make say wo ADAKABRI sa constituency we dey ko gina no anasa manko. The decision as a political party e di nchichemu ba na say di nchichemu ba obekwa ko ho power equilibrium at the parliament house to say the yen hu sisi ya no. Enti the leadership no there it is a clear demonstration of what rule of law or democracy. When you say and there, what you want to say, we NDC near. You feel very motivated. Say, hey, say me to me boy me home day, na me ye juma, and brabia and see me quiet say some person in position you be between stopping me. In NDC, irrespective of your background, irrespective of whoever you are, no, if you have what it takes to lead the party will allow you to do so. We party na nyini pa ba kudio. And then young crowd be bet my what do you call it? Bet right to say that media my Indian says some member na me. This is politics we are doing. More big beer ends na baby and create so much fear and panic into the system. Yeah, yeah, no crowd. We are not seeing any fear and panic. Well, there was there's fear and panic. Where from that fear and panic?
Until you kind until you get to say, for example, say na yababe record many diako nina impacted negatively on the brand NDC ana.
ADAKABRI no and if you away chiri we no ni wu ye we chieftaincy ebusuan kro anka ne papa mu asanka ebeka so wu na edu so nti ko na ko diade babusuan kro na nipa mienu sori gina ye se wo hwemu dia me na ese midi e baba ko so sori gina ye se wo hwema me na ese midi ade obi ama ne reasons and these are the reasons the both leaders are giving. This is politics, ADAKABRI. You and I understand better. Are you saying that because it is an internal election, you only go quietly and go and showcase your face that mina maba no ADAKABRI maba monto mame? No, you will definitely have to what expose the weaknesses of your opponent. So doing, no one who policies no I juicy. This is politics, and this is how we win elections. Any political individual be a better as I say. When it comes to politics, these things are likely to come out. What is so wrong about this? What is so wrong about this? ADAKABRI, me kana me de manu esi no. Ma me nka ensi sudia. The NDC eye no. Ne kwan mu no no. Ade bia NDC eye no. Ne papa mu no no. So that at the end of the day no, whoever emerges winner at the end of 17th December no, everyone say me mamba unopposed. Me babe kunye ene me win. So I have people to bring on board. This is democracy. So that a funny at the end of what December near to me to
Kingsley Akakofi of the NDC and now Nana Jima of the MPP. Nana, and this is in Simo.
Minchia IT for na Minchia Mimpeni Fonso. Michia National Communication Director and Regional Communication Director. Na ewie omama ya kunya na Minchia Mimpeni for Nit FM producers ne wankasa and Aminio wo studio. I'm saying Kawedi aponcheni na ana so ketre no akori no moko na ga aponcheni de beti mu fifere but of senior be ya Ghana for ebenya information and also mbeti de ekoso no akra meka fan ho say let me say NDC for chairmanship race no first of all no omo underrate bibia and I said the potential and kabitimi the discussions and about how could do na we me ponchi omo kakra last year 2021 research kakra me here no data from Ghana Web a report says there was a turmoil in NDC. Males boys fight Ofosu Ampofo. Muntaka Bagbin also take on Sami Jenfi. Fast forward to 2022. As I say in here discussing, a chairman of Ofosu Ampofo say it is a wrong move, not politically correct. Say Honorable Esi Edunkiti air contesting. And see, you compare these two, argument. From 2021 last year, what happened? When you went to Kakrebi Siwo NDC mu up north, Daboya Mankregu constituency. Of our own say just after a defeat in general elections, party Biano it go through these phases. Normal. What NDC is going through, MPP has gone through. Normal. But how you solve the issues, how you are on top of issues, within your party system, and you come out victorious. Position yourself, say, indeed, you can wrestle power from the ruling government and then present a better alternative for Ghanaians to accept you. But in your main course, like I said, no more under 18, and they say now do level just about next month or more, national executive elections. Some of these comments are coming up. After defeat in 2020 elections, some of the executives up north had a tussle within the party, and specific reference to Daboya Mankragu constituency, where the executives were just fighting. They didn't know their fate and then the future of the party. Because of years and the certain deep cracks about party name, and party executives pay critical attention to resolve those issues. The fallout and also the breakaway from the supposedly males voices, Aloteji Corps, and Kukwaindo, also contributed to some of these causes happening in the party. A current director of legal affairs, Honorable Abajama, if you see that fact, say, Alotene Kukwaindo, Omunfi party nimuye. But of course, Alote behete party ni back, and no hete chairman of Usampofo. And a kukunsu behete back, former President Mahama say, so we Lucia on handed a party, Emma chairman of Usampofo at the moment. But Alotensu behete chairman of Usampofo say, he's coward. I'm just using his words. Because of how I manage the internal wrangling and then going into defeat just after the 2020 elections. All these issues, were something that the NDC should have paid critical attention to. Fast forward and what happened between the impasses in Parliament, where, Sami Jenfi was even accusing Speaker Bagbin and even Muntaka of not even leading or championing the cause of the minority caucus.
NDC
me ponchi omo kakra.
Me ponchi omo kakra. Nana mission de pri wona na kakra.
Enti nyoma of course last year ni no man fanye ejuma. Of course, they just took it like that. And as I say yaba bedu 2022 ya chairman of Swampofo accuse Esiedun Ketia say the decision to contest him no is politically not correct. Yes, of I didn't know Kasa. Nini say as a party NDC, they need Ofusuampofo, they need Esiedun Ketia at this particular time because these are experienced politicians. Their contribution to the NDC party, are well versed such that we cannot lose one of them going into the general elections in 2024. And the argument and answer the questions people are asking is that why would Esiedun Ketia contest Chairman Ofusuampofo, whereas Ankobetimi are maintaining the same general secretary position, and then both of them will present a formidable force. But of course, in 2022, the same team went, and it didn't end up well for them. And coming from the report from may he so rest in peace, Kwesiboche reporter, gather a little bit of some findings as to what happened in the 2020 elections. These are things that they should have worked it fast. But of an elections near just next month, into yadi kakaya beka ni say we sure well. Na ejuma obiya between the chairmanship race while ejuma aso eniama delegate any party executive any omonek any council of elders will emerge victorious no muntimi mbo omo party yenso ya humbo edibe miti omo. But these are some of the things they just underrated the whole discussions, and then we are hoping say they will bounce back together. And then, like as Minu yes, a co-election there, so BI to open up the nomination, no BI to me fighting up for the position of it. That is the rule of law, that is the democracy we are all practicing. And you say BI favor ebimo say ABI all come my way in court. The political experience, the rich experience Honorable Esiedun Ketia will come say, and he say or advancing who to the chairmanship position. I mean, he has every right to do so. Say contest on tina honey of a major more NDC no matter but yeah we sure well in next elections.
Right, Nana Jima of the MPP and I was in earlier on Kingsley Kofi Akakofi of the NDC and you move on struggle between MPP parliamentary MPP and the executive branch. The best is saying,
Needs FM. Nominees for the 12th RTP Awards are ready. Who walks home with prestige and pride? The 12th RTP Awards comes up at the Movenpick Ambassador Hotel, Sunday, 11th December 2022, 4 p.m. sharp. The 12th RTP Awards is brought to you by Jimre Estates, Special Drinks, Simisura by Abdul, Yas Tissues, Duffield Roofing Systems, A to Z Auto Servicing, and Corporate Ghana Awards. For Ola Michael to win Radio Entertainment Talk Show Host of the Year Award, dial *447*111#, enter nominee code 462 to vote.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Hwem so betumi a. Asew. Now beka. Ya John to mami ensa duku potomanto. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibia so beri ni waware ne a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Asew. Udan kwanu tumu ho. Me be mo anu nso hye kwa de aka ho. Uhade awapi ho. Ukasa batete. Eda fom ho. This way chocolate drink.
Kra cha be pe baba aware yi.
Asew.
Ye fi ase this way chocolate drink ya sorry anopa no ne yenom ye be hye fridge nom no se snack ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a this way chocolate drink ne yenom and this way no ti ano a he se kire wom koko wom brick wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so se
this way chocolate drink
de wo hia ani so se
FDA ahwe se adwede nkrato mu agya tum se eye
already. already. Who walks home with prestige and pride? The 12th RTP Awards comes up at the Movenpick Ambassador Hotel, Sunday, 11th December 2022, 4 p.m. sharp. The 12th RTP Awards is brought to you by Jimre Estates, Special Drinks, Simisura by Abdul, Yas Tissues, Dofil Roofing Systems, A to Z Auto Servicing, and Corporate Ghana Awards. For Despite Media Group to win Media Group of the Year award, dial star 447 star 111 hash. Enter nominee code 10 to vote.
With the vibes and a whole lot, and a bad girls and a whole lot, and a, she give me wine and a whole lot.
It's 100.9 FM so any. Na ene Wednesday, November 23, is it? 2022. Yanko a phone line or so. Now this is a 40-year-old gentleman. Ufre Enkwanta. About the University of Ghana. Yachichi Gary. Na yachichi Bayire Kakra. Na yachichi Shito Kakra. Na Odibe Ebedru University of Ghana. Say you besan tutuma Enkwanta. Watina Pando Kakra Soda. And they just what the fate have had a very good impact on him. Ama wojina party kura was won kujina Enkwanta. Obejina Greater Accra. Ama otimini atitru sutiti. Nanui at a table, dinner table with former Attorney General Marietta Brew upon that's what me say. Mefa Castle you Boli lady Mutari Bawa Nukuni Niri. How do you see Tamakulo Memoir?
Once again, that's it. I believe. The introduction of a very good graphic. I think you can hold a plan
right. Why are they so? A relatively young man at the bar, but doing wonderfully well. Not so much for the general society, but for the NDC. Are very soon been marveled across MPP stables. I will say, Abranti, over challenge your dachi. Why are they so papa? Na Kofi well, in fact, I'm happy and says when cake men's and now Kofi Keneta, just said the way I was shift front to her, and I was hey, Abranti, the you don't know money. Because swag you good at it, you don't know money, papa. Now, very important. A very important education we would want to have from you this afternoon. Jachikwesin petition at the Cape Coast High Court, international law, Canadian law, as to at what point and Usizi to become a Canadian, and at what point and the renunciation it take effect more Ghanaian and you data or filing the nomination and you data or contested elections in the same breath. Afotoni Toffee or also at the secondary high court or also no Ivorian law or also as to when and or renounce or be a Ghanaian as to when and was easy to become to be an Ivorian. Ninyina bemu, but two separate decisions from the Cape Coast High Court and the secondary High Court. Tell us what made the difference.
That's it. Meet me at the Okaya. Na Yako 2016. Na within the enclave. Na NDC near Obi-Wan as visit a year the element. Na Yakoba Okaya NDP National towards the 2020 election. We are experience with the Wasamao Bay. Now, yet 2020 election. Now the two seats are now NPP. Those two seats. One of that seats is the John Morrow seat. Not John Morrow seat. The person occupied was Honorable for PCN. Now, or a deputy minister for children, youth and culture. For the first time, Honorable Dr. Eba, which means he has to vote with 5,000 votes, which is a election, a gazette election, and Chibiana petition within here then free mobile into visual. Now, say the entire response, the answer to the question. Subsequently, there was a motion passed by the petition, and that motion was moved by Christina and David. Now, the interesting thing is that offering the main into my friend is there, the mentor, into the case where judge making some orders. In fact, at the party, there was even a consent application against the Honorable Doctor. My echo here at the High Court can be. It's very now as the judge and making some orders for us to file statements. In a filing, if you are filing a statement, in our austerity application trial, into petition not at the affair in a mimical course of government, which really was now as in the the onboard. So now, I am a Miami Smith, but I have a cool across the name. Which will be my indication, of course, said, because the amended and the regime, the issue of the appropriate nationality laws. Now, the evidence or say, foreign law is a question of fact, which must be proved, which is not as compared expert witness. Mama and testify on the defense we have raised, which is ADAKABRI, eventually, now the initial expert witness that can testify, the date October 10th this year, I already saw the panel. It's Myanmar. It's not as the Ghana 21 million and call Abidjan, Moana, Yekonya, this lawyer there, or better testify. He happened to have one of the lawyers for Madame Simeon Gbagbo, President Gbagbo, which will take up a lot of international exposure over 60 years or so at the bar. So we felt that it was a good place to come and testify as an expert witness on our foreign law. If you are filing my son, the old law was supposed to testify for us. ADAKABRI of my of Cuba and Miami across exactly over an hour. You see, my Lord Justice, I can sue over my needs for us to start written address simultaneously normal executive for the rule of Monday. Here, Koya was the other all kind of judgment administered the petition of the dismissed, and it was dismissed. Who beside as far and say no people because aspect of the assembly is still at the Supreme Court. I'll just limit myself to what was completed at High Court. Because obviously that is still before Supreme Court. I will not be discussing it. And there could be a thing of again, the chambers in a handle. But at a point, for some reason, we had to wait for our representation. But you see, the second difference is unlike a sin of, in the case of the Morowan, the trial culture allowed for a trial. A trial is the sense that witnesses were called, their testimonies were subjected of the past. In the case of the prison, the judge simply said that there were no documentary evidence of rape. So on the basis of proceeding to deliver his judgment, and I say no, witnesses were. So if you that can be a striking difference in terms of the procedure adopted to the 2K.
Okay. And then now, no more further questions on the striking similarities, say, as in of any Jomoro, to the extent that your words are that the secondary High Court judge allowed a trial. In effect, no, your words are advisedly suggesting, say, the Cape Coast High Court did not allow for a trial, not just a written submission. Yeah.
The court you said, yeah, enough documentary to the record at the point of the injunction application.
But in the case of secondary High Court, that aspect was able to lead the court into what obtains under Ivorian law, as opposed to Cape Coast High Court, where the court was not led to understand and appreciate the Canadian nationality law.
You may want to say so, because once the procedures were different in terms of result, because in the initial complaint against the honorable court was that we had American nationality, he had Ghanaian nationality, and he had Ivorian nationality. However, when we found the answer, we denied ever having American. What we indicated that we once had the benefit of a green card. Like I told you, yeah, will be able to. If you are sitting, you are not giving green card.
Debbie. Citizen would have been given an American passport, and a green card is what we call in UK indefinite leave to remain in the UK. It doesn't confer on you British nationality.
So what happened is that when they saw the American passport, what I say,
green card, you know.
Green card, they mistook that for an American citizen.
And at the time, Ubusa petitioner and say, would you agree to my suggestion? You are not an Ivorian law expert. I didn't know Ubusa answer that question.
Because the root of that foreign law is a person of fact. That's what I say.
It's you.
So once a person of fact and has gotten him to place, so he has no expertise in Ivorian law. I knew I was done with him because
surprisingly, say Onona Busa no na the lawyer no somewhat was not drawn into making a point about or no the lawyer no whether or knowledgeable in the Ivorian law.
No. It is what you said. If you make this sound fair, you would agree with me that you are not an expert in Ivorian law. No, say that's correct. Now, maybe this is a follow-up question. So, the interpretation you put on Ivorian law is your witness statement. It is what your lawyer told you or advised you. Is that correct? No, so that is not. I also know that the teacher is not an expert in Ivorian law. That's what I because you see, the Court of Appeal has already decided in the case of God Group PS International, where the disputes are by contract that was formulated in Russia. The Court of Appeal today that the plaintiff brought a Russian law to come and speak the Russian law on contract. The defendant failed to bring a Russian lawyer to give a right interpretation. So the court was left with only the expert opinion of the Russian and the court ruled in favor of the plaintiff group of the Russian law. So after I had to put my case around it, I knew that with my follow-up, the only thing I would expect on the record will be left with what my expert witness would say. And so the judge is only left with only one thing, which is what my expert witness would say. You see, the principle of law is that a judge is not bound by the views of others. It is to us. But there are strict rules when a court can reject the views of an expert. So for instance, you brought me to come and testify on Ghanaian law, maybe in the UK, which we are divorced in the UK. What I say? And it's between two countries who are different. And I need to come and speak on Ghanaian law on my contract between Ghana. No court not met at a UK. And then there's a divorce. One wants me to come and testify on Ghanaian law marriage. The other one is I want to do. If it happens that way, you'll be left with only one. If you are any company, the particular year, if you are to call for testifying, I did not register or license as a lawyer in the so you can affect my credibility.
Okay.
As a Ghanaian lawyer.
Let's leave it here.
But in this case, the expert witness that was brought on Ivory Coast is qualification and access were never done. So there was no doubt that is a lawyer who's been here standing. He had all this international credibility. So, to be the based on what you now say that the testimony and projecting, but you see even more important, ADAKABRI, the petitioner, they are attaching documents to the witness exhibit. That exhibit was issued by the Ivorian Justice by Command.
Yeah.
Paragraph 2 of that corroborates the story of Dr. And so the judge, if should I reject? Sorry. Why should I reject?
I just say, only the evidence, ma. A chichiri judge no cry.
Because on one case, oil petition, and the document will be back court. Exhibit X, attestation, if I borrowing. Now, is an official document. In fact, they brought the document. We never object the jury because we knew that the court is us. And the judge said, that exhibit X completely shut the case because the then sort of great storyline related to of the algorithm code nationality. So, you could see
right. Okay. Congratulations once again. It's in order. I take it. Now when a former AG, Marietta Briopon, any Joyce Bawa Mutari, any Emma Castle, Namutiva.
Oh, more program Emma, young daughter, who were called to
okay.
We wanted to welcome them.
Okay. No, ambience na yepa.
Perfect.
Nah. I. Now, right after courtroom, na our clients, doctors in white apparel, na ja was also with miasa akate. Mu first pictures no. Mabusa question no.
No, me ba.
Mami Musa question, we Musa question. Me Musa question who ya no dey.
No, never court no, she was in black.
Amuba court no, she was in black. Okay,
nti. Was second D.
I was second D. It's the one white apparel on the buy, no.
Of course, it's style.
I share white, no. Now, first photo na mutwa no. Na onsabo nkumo no neda he.
Na it's
Hunt you.
Na it's that in the master.
Just a normal one said that's proper. I'm saying, I feel just a nigga who money papa. Oh, that is why I had the occupational benefits. No. Hey, baby, I was sad. Just in case you can clear when we, and I was sad.
That's very sad.
Hey, when someone come to know my husband wedding ring in the show, and I will be wedding ring in that baby sad. And congratulations, a young man, and you are making the people of Nkwanta and the University of Ghana very, very proud of you and the NDC.
Na Oboa me say economics. One of the people Oboa was gone. Dr. Anbama.
Akwambaniako. Eni nuane babu atin.
O GMPC na mekaba. So no no service finance. Na William Professor babu atin. Share me economic chair.
Omo papa memo.
Only they have been very, very instruments and I may call long back friend lawyer Parmesan.
Hey, Nima me wo abo amane.
Busumuro.
Ye go ye December 4. Ewo.
Ye be for dinko.
Ai. Oh, why are dear? Won kaye. Ne nipa na otwi gari mama de ba school no de won kai no.
Ono de de mo.
Ediji Nyamisha. Now by so personally no yes.
ADAKABRI we say your course Monday. And I may call before that for family for senior. So the very open your favor. So may take it against me.
Oh.
And now make family so. It's a verdict no cost in my favor.
Debbie. Anyway, Frank Davis is also share the comments and support for Dominica Ayeni. Na the Kakreya Wokanya, what demonstrated said being the president of the Greater Accra Bar, no, or junior lawyers if we know from either side, no, not necessarily say MPP lawyers.
Aside the everything, look, if there's one lawyer within the MPP sector, makes me uncomfortable. Look, Frank Davis is there. It makes me uncomfortable. Today, I don't like your stuff.
Yeah.
That's the level.
He's much more matured. Much more matured.
The level of relationship existing between, Gary Maku and another person.
That's right. But that, politics in anywhere. Now, mature, he will see you.
Beyond the politics,
yeah.
I have this personal, very, very personal relationship.
And I mean, who said, when a Gary Makuma for so no, Munina, more girlfriend will feel back, not necessarily my wives.
Maybe wife, I'm or no one.
God bless you. Oh, come on. This is a young man. In this position, very calming. Why are they, papa? Ya no mu free. The grass to Sarana, Yamishra Woma. Yana, nika. Ma wodi to Woma yana, ya womu to a so na or Rizia. Yana and Shedda nye Ngwabiasa. So sheko suman. Young man, but opportunities that came his way. A man would the coesuma the end to a year eduzi one. Now she baby eduzi free no. Now ma coesuma the end a usual. Now eduzi the anaqua unusual. Anyway, the other no coffee. One will be crabby. Ya man is so cramam. Why do you know? Asako. Abba.
Economy into Okasana. I say a 2 year boy. Yeah, senior comrade. I think when I first got the news, I was more than excited, and I was not surprised. Skipper. So therefore, he was in line. I would rather urge him to do more, wish him the best. This had made within of the day. He has fought a good fight, and whichever way on watching, maybe an uncle here in this new, maybe a Ghanaian versus we are a case in the head and but on my part to say, the near one, there, a bonabasso, a shilling crying. Hear more of such work and almost ever such.
Right. And then who will be kakra?
Of I say, Meso made Manobe coming your idea, Hona, young boy doji abaso. I say, like you say, young man from a humble beginning. I say, Utimi a chalk such a feat. And I say, Udi, legal cases, China, Uwini cases are a boosty the confidence and a ma chief for non so who say, the eduji to me year dia, and ye yen so no, ye will be a bit to me, a shene so, na ye timidi akoyeni, intino, fantastic gentleman, and I believe, say, the yeni na ye to me. She share on mine and near contribute your Kotanka Kankaka, Ghana beat me, Akon in him sending any naipe.
Now, in the final analysis, suppose wrangling, struggle between parliamentary MPP and the executive branch of government. The ending.
If I will say, where the Mabaye DM. Elia ona me make us say okay three Korean ni moko na ponchene de oti hu e fifre offer I say yes in the age na say the economic situation of Ghana say no aye no yen na yen so ehu the display of courage from the MPs are omoka omo bomu just to omo be can be and I say omo nyina so be sympathize with Ghanaians say send nyoma akono emu yedin but na me tie earlier on interview now we here with the political analyst say Dr. Amache ofa ya na ye kase external shocks no economy na ya na nkofo downplay too much too much but it's a fact yenina yenim sene MPP file or minor from 2016 17 18 just a little about two global shocks we are seeing na first one COVID, second one Russia Ukraine was saying ye some green lighter nyomemu badam but like we are saying analysts say aban ochina budget aban should cut down expenditure because I think some of the headlines are reporting on the imposition of VAT and the rest.
VAT likely to go up.
Yes.
Front page of graphic.
Of I say
and then we have been told on the ground say up 2.5 percentage points.
I think these are predictions, these are forecasts. Analyst tries to almost predict what is coming, in the budget. As it stands, the better, the firm consultations and then agreement are party executive, national executive, marriage with, the MPs normally aggrieved about the performance of Honorable Keno Furata. And now, say no matter as yes or chinano, or parliament, no matter now Omaye government business, and one of the key is the presentation of the budgetary statement and economic policies of government.
And do you believe them? Do you trust them?
Oh, of I won't say initially, Omoni President Freomo, I say almost started so Mupijo President from say yes, Honorable Ken or the IMF negotiations in him offer. Say Okasi Ensake finance minister say buying and as even if you're swearing in before a president about the ceremonies and all these things. Minister Nuju Medio do of finance and of a finance expert. They are not the me kasa me person me fa data and the fact and yet communication no propaganda just to let Ghanaians who say this is what is happening. Minister of a ni signature most of government accounts. And you can say yeah pamonis is here that's a full fraud but fancy was say government banks accounts in and yes it's an in referencing of files cross-referencing of files I was say only the IMF delegation on our lead the economy now from baby and what to be a woman at the moment with the impact and then with the shocks we are say Intiana I don't support the argument too much say Yensake finance minister is it the only solution to our economic recovery?
Reshuffle ministers na na prior notice bi o say mobile processes reshuffling announcement na ba na.
I believe say consultations there's background consultations on say president ain't mean sorry say me reshuffling and I say me sake minister be until say hard evidence and as a performance based, appraisal based, evaluation based reports are presented to the president based on the performance of the sector minister and as a based on policies and programs as sector minister na then AD ni evaluate say I was say uniform ni obi eba But when the going gets tougher, the tougher, it keeps going. Into ana ye percent any economy na ye nyina ye nim say Ghana omani mu aye den kakra and continually no ye catch Ghana for say ye gusuwa ikra nyoma mu achia enso embu ye shocks na ebe wiase na ama aho ahohihia aba Ghana for but of ani nyina nso gina ye how far the import of our economy since inception. We are managing an economy import driven. Until now, share say you be industrialize the economy. Now most of the consumption of goods and services are use to Ghana na about 80% na import based and will be producing them locally. And when they are hot to be brand, and they may see the age now, and then they may forex na and also the investment beba kromo anu musay. But of a jumediani and kakra. Until as the topic in here about the whether the government or the president is in charge, yes, the president is firmly in charge, and the president is also in control. They say in Yetimi resolve it. MPs no see better almost say send penny for the no 2 more or more no na super because a crucial fact to say was a budget in your present now of a subsequent appropriations I was say econo most of the expenditure lines in Parliament best say be review be debate na release of funds be say call MMDAs or say buying ejuma ni nyina no grant say call ni nyina no I was say na sectors ni nya timi nyom sika they carry on government business na say ekoba ne say budget ne call na yentimi anya consensus between the majority in Parliament and pass a budget na say 2023 no enya dia Ghana ye betimi abo Ghana ho bra ofa ye share most of our budget situations now saving the expenditures now. Say intimi budget na intimi amba so key expenditure item a compensation of employees a government sector workers akwitia even social senate contributions are yutiama pensioners. These are some of the expenditures what budget ni no enko intino ye papa no mo ye maame no mo na omotimi ayo majumewi no mo pensions no omo pensions no yentimi ntua because ye approve budget and these are the things that ye budget wo the economic policy statement ni mo again ye interest payment are ye on servicing of our debt both locally and then internationally these servicing so entimi nko because ye approve budget here and a grant no mabubo so to MMDAs government unita or no offer you share some of the grant to even Youth Employment Agency, Student Loan Trust Fund, Export Development Levy, Ghana Airport Authority, Mineral Development Fund, Mineral Income Investment Fund, and some of the GRA retentions or moody tier some of the tax refunds to taxpayers. These are all expenditures. It is captured in the budget. Once it is been approved, subsequent appropriations be ejuma ama government akonenim. And the does say MPs no aji atum nebi anyambo ochna the 24th of November no together with the minority caucus no we will hear the finance minister present the budgetary statement to Ghanaians and the economic policies
and expect the president to fulfill his promise.
Yes, because that was also resolved in the agreement say after the budget presentation, IMF negotiation, and subsequent appropriation, the president will act on the earlier decisions that was presented by the MPs.
Then he will also fulfill his promise.
Yes, he will also fulfill his promise.
Kinsley.
I say topic you
need
enough time to digest it.
Will be fair that open more time.
Oh yes, and you see, sir, when you will be fair more on minor sim, because clearly the question is if the president is in control or not, and the answer is straightforward. We don't do debate about it. The president has failed and he's not in control. And at the end, America, sir, is in a good submission on why the MPP has failed, because prior to 2016 elections, key things are MPP etumi catch Ghana for Ghana for to abana mo it be an oboboss no. The economy is based on what? Importation. Into sasana beba dia say MPP abana ba 2017 na ye ba be possible to what? Reduce importation drastically. ADAKABRI ndam me no say I can say then and a year. Say a fine importation, it means that clearly the government has what? Failed. The president is what? Not in control. On one of some kind of day judge, and into America say, and Kabaya made the sad topic and giving enough time to digest it. And then Minoka say inflation and then I'm here. It is only now that the MPP has made Ghanaians to understand that Ghana, yen fango you to know, and ye and refine it. Into a bar petrol 177 we shouldn't what? Politicize it. Now before 2016, na Ghana, na you refine oil or hana. They use gallon fuel to do campaign. And then me know what I can say. When you Kobosu came, hey, Queen Elizabeth, you in Tenka Huase. Now, when was the last time you who say one casa government in power, majority caucus in parliament, I decided to say they themselves they won't sit for the budget reading. The be ADAKABRI the when you say into 3 or 4. So premier person cause I very year we majority in parliament yes where are we heading towards to? Now the aya medeni asem we see
Dr. Lemam Penso.
Which year was that?
That was between 1979 and 1981.
Na me sure class you did me home come say about exactly. So when we are talking about the Fourth Republic, this is the very first time you who be say into me and mete hey me akolai mean news something I mean be that ADAKABRI a day and a year who Ghana. Because at the end of the day, no, ADAKABRI, the Ankabaya Mideni, when him say, Tamana Yura, John Dramani Muhammad, there was this slogan out there, family and friends. And ye at the tree. And the day who family and family, not even family and friends. Family and family. And it is the very reason that your president find it so difficult to let a cousin go. Because, so they way on Henny. Busha penny or you are the president, yes. But say a bar say yanka fia semwa ebusa penny net nase. Into senado kofia onyo hinio or shebusa penny nase. Into so person saki ne cousin na ne cousin be kwa catch ebusa penny and who ensusu aso ne ye hu no. Na wonim de esi wo parliament house no anka eye the minority na eye sa anka yenu anu ababo ntentem and the NDC for de ade papa bi aba mo mpesa be sisi. We NDC for na eye. When our vice president went elsewhere, shouting away no. And then yet say NDC for now organizing confusion on yere. Yes act no. Yeah majority leader Eko Kumasi on one person also. Say okwa program. On one crowd for no elutino. And also Babon say NDC for yes idea no. And the majority caucus in our parliament now yes idea no. Is the NDC behind that? Why can't we accept the fact that we have? My final comment is this. Look, ADAKABRI, the government has failed Ghanaians drastically. No argument about that. Now, the president, a bit Yusufra. You see, the MPP huni say, who ni MPP mu? Nasa who to a move for Omuntie. See, somebody baby able to know. So why we MPP Nikra na who to a more casa for cry, still crying to you. And this is one able to a buying for.
Okay,
why any able to a buying for? ADAKABRI, baby, I econo, and yen. Now, the last 2 years, I come a buying way or tesono. So, see, I never come there. Then it will come to a time. Yen, see, Jennifer Ghana. At least Togo is just here. We can go there and rest.
Na akakofi ani na wonko la Côte d'Ivoire.
Na se Togo dia bem lore fair na.
Na ufrinse man anye Côte d'Ivoire na to aso no.
Ho asem na senior comrade Doji. Akodi abana ye ho ato ye me person bia. ADAKABRI me sorry ma me kan say intro. Me receive messages here from Tama Central constituency. NDC for ho say me kan choso mu chia. They admire your style of presentation. Medasi.
Yes, yeah, the massive.
Let me final comment.
Oh, yeah, it be bright one.
Yes, it be bright one.
Okay.
Of I say your democracy in a intina MPP, your MPs, itimi sorry Gina horses, and your ma enkoye sana also mutimi.
No, omo with nyamani nkoye.
Of democracy na yenyi.
Omo with nyamani nkoye.
Final comment. We are empty few answer. It's offer democracy na ye practicing enyi e konenim. Intino efe say ye party MPs itimi sorry ye itimi can be magana for say nyoma enkoye. Of a medi a chat to a crown or channel. Budget at time or maybe a Friday and I say next week by a barbie to us. But Ochina, yeah, that's say budget needs me then eba na or mine home brew say I buy it me a bono.
Barring any surprises.
Yes, barring any surprises.
Nana Jima of the MPP, Richard Akakopi of the NDC. The Prime ADAKABRI Mahmudu Osioma. Na mina mdi jodi wuchi ya mepanyi koje da miado ne demsi abonchine abra prema bankro ne na ya asafo wane nsoso na ye majeri osajman ane na ku FDA eso ebutu akire ye boa ni nyina ne se ye sorry no Olakoku Michael na odi ekofie oni DJ foreigner na omode ebekofie jojo kusuneti neat 100.9 FM a bouquet of different things kusuneti yen